Hey guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Majora's Mask. So we're here on the final day, and we've got just one little thing that I want to do. So what we're going to do is actually head back out of the south gate, sort of back towards Woodfall, but we're going to make a slight turn once we get there. And as you can see now, everyone's sort of, let's see, okay, there we go. Everyone's kind of staring up here, because it is the final day, so the moon is really close. But we're going to head out here. He will, of course, snap out of it and block us, so we got to talk to him first. Yeah, Swamp lies that way. Okay, so we come out here, and of course, straight ahead would be the entrance to Woodfall. Where we're actually going to go is towards that southwest exit on the map that you may be able to see down there, next to the big red dot. And this is that giant bird that I was talking about. You can kind of see him flying around right there. I don't know if I've pointed him out before, but he's kind of that red dot on the map. So you really want to avoid him, because if he hits you, he will usually steal something. Like, I think he can steal... I don't remember exactly what the list is, but maybe like your sword, your shield, some of your bottles, or something like that. So obviously you pretty much want to stay away from him. I usually don't like to deal with him. But where we're actually going to come here is Milk Road, and this is a place we haven't seen yet. We're also going to get a chance to hit an owl statue, so we can pretty much just warp back here anytime we like. So let's go ahead and get that, and also, as you can see, Tingle is out here. We can actually buy a couple maps that aren't really going to help us out too much for the time being, but I suppose since we're here and we have rupees, we might as well go ahead and get it out of the way. So let's talk to him. As much as I hate talking to him, let's do it. Yeah. Alright, so we got a couple maps we can buy here, Romani Ranch or Great Bay. We're going to go ahead and buy Romani Ranch. That's actually where we're heading right now. We're not going to do too much with it for the time being, just get one little thing. And Great Bay we're actually not going to come up on for quite a while, so buying it now is probably a little bit of an overkill, especially since it's 40 rupees instead of, I'm sure we could buy it for 20 rupees later, but like I said, since we're here, and money is literally no object to me at this point, I've got like 5,000 in the bank, so let's just go ahead and get it. Okay, so now we're done with Tingle, and we've got this guy standing here. If we check the sign, it says Milk Village, Romani Ranch, which is obviously where we're heading. If we talk to him, I opened the way. Yeah, if you come here at any other point, like on day 1 or day 2, there will be a giant boulder blocking its path, and there's nothing you can do about it until this guy finishes on day 3. So, since it is the final day, we're going to head on in and check this place out. Phew, man, look at that moon right there. Oh, man, that's creepy. Alright, so this is Romani Ranch. It's quite obviously the counterpart to Ocarina of Time's Lon Lon Ranch, and it actually kind of has the same people around. There are actually quite a few things we can do around here, but was there just something there? I think I was just seeing things, I don't know. But like I said, there's actually quite a lot of stuff we can be doing here, but for now we're really just going to avoid most of it and just check on the one thing that we're going to get. There are a couple buildings over here to the west, one to the south and one to the north. We're actually going to head to the one to the north. You can see there's some drawings of cuckoos on the building there, so we're going to head into that and actually do one quick little thing here. Alright, so we head in, and this is the Cuckoo Shack. We've got this guy sitting here in the middle who will probably look somewhat familiar once we get on him. I believe he was the one who was sitting in the Lost Woods in Ocarina of Time, and I think gave us the Poacher's Saw in that big Goron Sword side quest, so heard it from my Gramps. Says the moon's gonna fall. With something that big, it's sure to take this ranch down with it. Oh well. My only regret is that I won't get to see these guys in their prime as roosters. So the cuckoo-loving Grog was added to your notebook, and as you can see, he is a little bit down about things. The world's coming to an end, but he doesn't really care. All he wants to do is see his little chickens turn into full-grown roosters. Believe it or not, we can actually help with that. It's a power you may not have known we had, but we got the Bremen Mask here. And if we check the info on it, we can do that. Yeah, Bremen Mask. Wear it with C so young animals will mistake you for their leader. So, let's just put it on a C button there, and we can wear it and march around. And whenever we get close to one of these cuckoo chicks with it, you can see that little chime will play and they'll start following you. So what we're going to do here is kind of an interesting little side quest, and also gives us a really good excuse to hear this awesome Bremen Mask music once again. What we're going to do here is go around and grab all of the little cuckoo chicks that are around this place. They look like little tennis balls if you ask me, but, well, you know, I guess that's what a chick kind of looks like anyway. So we're going to go around and grab all these guys. It's going to take a little while. You can't move any faster while you're marching. Just make sure to sort of scour every inch of the area you're in, because you don't want to miss one and then have to go all the way back across. You can Z-target to sort of move the camera around and help you out a bit. There was another one right there that we grabbed. So we can see one right here. Grab him. Now let's look around. There's another one out there, and I see two right now. I think that might actually be it. Oh no, there's another one way back there. Alright. So let's grab this one. Veer to the right and grab this one back here. There he is. Now turn around, and there should be... Yeah, there's another one right there. That might be it. I'm not sure. I guess we'll have to see. Alright, so we grab him. And as you can see, they're now going to start turning into full-grown Kukos. I don't know how the Bremen Mask has this power, but, well, it does. So, let's just kind of march around here. You don't have to march around this guy, but I kind of like to. So, there you go. They all stand in front of him and crow. I don't really get it, but just seeing these guys with the crest and all, I don't have regrets about anything anymore. I'm perfectly satisfied. Here, you can have this from me. And with that, we're gonna get the bunny hood. My, what long ears it has. Will the power of the wild spring forth? Yeah, these guys are all roosters. Okay, so he's a little bit weird, but, I mean, I guess he's kind of taking care of these guys all their lives or something, so it kind of makes sense. It's got a little bit of a motherly instinct there, I guess, but... Anyway, for doing that, we've grabbed the bunny hood, and now, it's kind of interesting because I didn't really plan to grab this for a little while when we could actually do more things here with Romani Ranch, but this is actually a really helpful mask. Besides looking completely adorable, you can run around, and as you can see, we're kind of moving really fast. That's what the bunny hood does in this game. You may remember it from Ocarina of Time. It didn't really do anything there, though we did sell it for a ton of money, but... in this game, it makes you move really fast. You can see you take it off, put it back on, so you can definitely see a noticeable increase in speed. So, the bunny hood is probably going to be worn quite a bit because it makes things go by a little bit quicker. So, figured it'd be a good idea to go ahead and get this. And telling you, look at that. That's just so creepy. But I will never get over how creepy that is. But anyway, so yeah, now we can run around with our little bunny hood. So, that's pretty much all we can do at this point. It's the final day, so, you know, it's really not worth trying to continue with the story because we just have to reset time at some point anyway. So, what we're going to do then is... Well, that was kind of nice. Is we are going to head back to Clock Town, deposit the rupees like it really makes that much of a difference, and then reset time. So, I will see you once we do that. Alright, so we're here in South Clock Town, and we have done a few things here. We've reset time and everything. I've also decided to do a couple of things. Wait, is this guy back? Oh, I guess I don't have his deed anymore. This is a different guy. But yeah, as you can see, I've gotten the Swamp title deed here. You want to go ahead and do that because since we are going to a new area, then, you know, we're going to need to trade it for something again. I've mentioned this trading side quest a couple of times, so just make sure whenever you're going to a new area that you do have the, like, most up-to-date title deed, I suppose. Alright, so what we're going to do is head outside of North Clock Town, talk to this guard once again so he'll let us through, and go. So we've been out the North Gate before, and you've seen this area before. We've actually, we did Camaro's thing, like pretty much right about there. So, we have been to this area, but now we can actually do some other things. You can see, if we look up here, there's sort of this ice stalactite with more ice down below blocking the way. So what we're going to have to do is grab our bow. Of course, we don't have any arrows for the time being. If you find you run into that, you can either go back into Clock Town and buy some, or hope that there are some arrows here in the grass. And there usually are, so as you can see, I'm up to 30. So, yeah, there are usually plenty of arrows to be found around the field. It's really no big deal. So what we're going to do is stand here and shoot this thing. Then shoot it again. It'll fall and open up the way forward, and that is going to let us go into a new area. Now, I know we're probably all anxious to see some new places, especially being a snowy place. As I've said numerous times before, I love snowy places, but we're actually going to do just a little bit of a side quest around Termina Field first. There's this pit over here to the right, and whenever we drop down, we can see that there are 4 gossip stones, one of them being larger than the rest. So this is a little bit cryptic, actually, but what we want to do is turn into a Deku Scrub, stand in front of the big one, and play the Sonata of Awakening. Yeah, it doesn't really tell you to do that anyway. I would imagine if you were able to talk to the Gossip Stones that they would probably tell you something along that regard, but as you can see, if we stand in front of the big one and play the Sonata of Awakening as Deku Link, it will turn green, and that marks pretty much 1 of 4. So, as you may be able to imagine, there are going to be 4 of these pits around Termina Field. We're going to have to go to each of them in order to turn each of the Gossip Stones green. And it's kind of nice, actually, because they're really just all in a circle. There's one at the north end, the west, the south, and the east. So there's one in every cardinal direction. So it's really not too bad to find them if you're looking for them. But the next hole is right under here. It's underneath this boulder. So I guess we'll have to replace the Deku mask. Alright, so we blow that up. You can, of course, also use the blast mask. But now we want to drop down and into this pit. And as you can see, we've got another one. This time the second from the right is big. So again, switch back over to Deku Link. And play the Sonata of Awakening one more time. And then the same thing will happen with these. Sweet. Alright, so now let's get back out of here. The next hole is going to be a little bit west from the Woodfall entrance, so I may just meet you there since it is a little bit of a walk. Of course, the bunny hood does help quite a bit, but I don't know. We're making somewhat good speed anyway. The pit should be right over here. There's that little patch of grass that's right next to the Woodfall entrance. It should be right on the west side of that. So we come over here and look for it, and you may actually be able to already see it. It is right here, right next to the wall. So we drop down and find the next Gossip Stone pit. Now, I'll be careful because this one does have a giant Skulltula up there. So wait for him to come down and, I guess, shoot him with a bubble would probably be the quickest way for me. Now go over to the one on the left. And that marks number 3. So the next pit is actually also near an area we have been to before. It's going to be right to the north of the observatory. So that is right over to the southeastern corner. You can see there's a little box on the map there to signify it, and you can also see it straight ahead. So we're going to have to make our way over there. Then come all the way around the side, and the pit is right here in this corner. Alright, so we drop down, and now we play the Sonata of Awakening in front of the final one. If you haven't memorized the Sonata of Awakening by this point, you should have now, so... Alright, so we play that one, and that marks all 4 of the Gossip Stone pits that we have visited. So they all do their little dance. And for doing that, we just get a piece of heart out of thin air. Awesome. So, there we go. Another piece of heart around Termina Field there. What's also kind of fun to do is this. Oh, wait, no, not that. This. Just kind of run around and spin into them. It's kind of funny. Alright, so now that we have done that, we're going to pretty much complete the circle. As you can see, we really have made an entire counterclockwise circle around Termina Field. So we're going to head back to the north this time and actually enter into the area that we unlocked before. Or I guess cleared away before. We didn't really unlock anything. Alright, so we drop down here into the snow pit and then come around to the western side, go up this ramp here, which looks kind of steep, like you might not be able to do it, but you can. Then circle on around, and finally head through our new passage. We're getting close to 15 minutes, so we're not going to make it too far, but I figured it's probably a good idea to at least get a little bit of a taste of what's coming up next. As you can see, yeah, snowy area is awesome. You also need to watch out for these Tektites that are coming out of the snow. Don't you know about the blue Tektite? Use Z targeting to follow it as it bounces. Yep, figured that much out. Oh. It seems, I think they're a little bit slower, actually, than they were in Ocarina of Time. Like, in Ocarina of Time, they bounced almost instantly, but this time they do kind of pause for a little bit, so they're a little bit easier to deal with, I would say. Another one here. See, I had plenty of time to be right there next to him. In Ocarina of Time, I would have gotten, completely run over there. I'm going to bomb some of these here. There are usually rupees under some of these. Oh wow, there's actually a Tektite in that one. That's awesome. Oh, I have the blast mask on. It's like, why can't I use my sword? Alright, dude, get over here. There we go. Ooh, look at that, 15 rupees. Yeah, you're actually going to want rupees for something in a little bit, but you still do have plenty of time to make some, so it's not like you're, you know, really in any sort of hurry or anything. But do make sure you fill up your wallet before you, you know, get to the point where you need it. I'll point that out once we get there. But it's like I said, it's still not going to be for a while, so you don't need to worry about it too much. Oh, I thought I might be able to get both hits in at once. Guess not. Alright, so he drops a bundle of arrows for us. And let's see what the sign says. Mountain village ahead, beware of blizzards and deep snow. Goron should be able to break the snow boulders easily. Alright, so yeah, we're going to be coming across some Gorons here, which should be pretty fun. So let's head up, and I think before we head into our next big area, right there is where we're going to transition into a pretty cool place, but I'm unfortunately going to leave you hanging here, and we're going to have to see that in the next part. So until then, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.